G'day, my name's Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia. Welcome to Locksport, the home of online gaming, wonderful views and Australian wildlife. I do hope you like these videos, if so please subscribe. G'day all, how you all going? The time is 9 to 10 in the morning. Now tomorrow I'm going to be smoking this for the first time. It's an Angus beef brisket. Now I've had the butcher trim most of the fat off. There's a little bit of hard fat here, but that's okay. That will be done nicely. A little bit of frozen still, but that's okay. What we're going to do in here is we're going to put a marinade in here. So that one there is pretty good. He's trimmed it really well. So what I'm going to probably do is leave it. I'm probably going to use this as a base when I put it into the thing because it's got more fat on it than the other side, and it looks really nice. You see a nice little bit of fat through there, and so forth. Now, this is the marinade I'm going to be using. Okay, now the ingredients, okay, ask only for a teaspoon of beer and so forth like that there, but I'm not going to worry about that because this is what I made up this morning. Pretty much, it's got all the powdered stuff in there. We've got the oil in there. We have the beer, full beer in there, and things. I want to be able to marinate. They say get a kilo of meat, put this in, put it in a Ziploc bag, and leave it for a certain amount of time. I don't have a Ziploc bag big enough for that, so what I'm going to do, put it down there, is basically marinate it with this, and just I'll put a cover over this, and that'll be it. So we'll see if we've got enough liquid. We should have more than enough. Yep. Just that's okay. I could put a bit more. We might do that. Put a bit more white vinegar into that. And we're going to let this sit all day today. Then we're going to put it to the smoker tomorrow, all day today, tomorrow and tonight, and then tomorrow morning we'll take it out of this. And once we take it out of this, we can then let it. Once we take it out of this, then we'll basically I'll turn it around the other way around because I want to be able to get all that marinade over it. Let it do its thing. Once we take it out of the marinade here, tomorrow morning we'll let that dry off and stuff like that. And then once we let it dry off, we're just going to put a dry rub on and get the smoker organised as well. I want to get the covered more. I don't think we've got enough white vinegar. Oh well. I want to get it covered. I'll get this off now. And I'll say, yeah, we'll basically put dry rub on it, put it into the smoker tomorrow morning. I'll let it sit in the smoker for at least 8 hours, maybe 10 hours at 200 Fahrenheit. G'day all, welcome back. Now the meat's been sitting in here overnight. The smoker's on currently, so it's 60. I'm going to set it for 205. You can see that there. I'm going to let that sit for 205. I'll leave it out of the way. I'll unwrap this. Now, yep, that's what, fair enough, the oil's done that, but look all that pretty. That's what it's done so far. You can see what the oil's done to it. There's like clunks of stuff, but that's okay. We're going to pat all that stuff dry. The two seasonings I'm going to be using is this one to give it a bit of saltiness. And I've been looking at all my dry rubs and that, finding one that hasn't got too much sugars and that in there, because I'm going to say for long and slow smoke, I don't want it to, well, basically sit sit there, you know what I mean, for like, I don't want to get too, what's the word I'm trying to find, too I'll caramelise because it'll get too burnt then. It's 14 to 9 in the morning anyway. So let's try to get this out. I'm going to have to do this off camera. It has changed the colour of the meat a lot because I've been sitting in all that liquid. But that's okay, it's not off. Let's just change the colour. That we don't need at the moment. Move that out of the way. Now all this stuff here we want to get off. So what I might do is I'll do this off camera and we'll come back. Okay, we've given it a quick pat down. I've taken out the marinade. It smells nice, it looks nice. You can smell the flavours in there, which is quite good. So what we're going to do now is just quickly give it a quick season on both sides. We'll do as before. This one's for the salt. Easy to do this with the camera hitting the stand there. And this one's for the bark. So the grain is running, I have to have a look how the grain runs. It's either running this way. No, I think it's running this way. So I've got to cut along the edge like that. Basically pat that in. I'm not going to really worry about the sides too much. Now, what I like to try to do is I like to experiment around with flavours and stuff like that. Try a wet marinade, inject it, see if I can make that meat, the brisket or whatever I'm cooking, that little bit extra. You know what I mean? And say the meat's really good. I like the meat, but can I take it to a whole new level? Right? Can I improve the meat flavour? Can I get everything done so everything is perfect? That's it. Well, the temperature is at 205 already. Wow. So I'm going to take this out and throw it on the smoker, and then we're going to leave it sitting there for about 5 hours. I'm just going to finish marinating this. Let's go to the other side. Yep, that one now. And that's what she looks like nicely there. So if you throw a bit of mint and just salt and pepper, right? Then you go, okay, well that's nice. It's improved the flavour of the meat and so forth. But then if you go again and you throw another seasoning on there, or you put a bit of apple juice into it, and then you go from there. So once you work out your cooking times and stuff like that per thing, so you can pretty much nail that down and stuff like that, temperature and that. Most like professionals can just go by feel. Once you nail all that down, then you can go, okay, well, what can I do to improve that quality? Alright, do I put a bit of do I marinate it, or do I do a wet marinade or dry marinade? Which is better? Which is going to give the beef or pork or chicken that extra flavour, that extra kick, right? And you eventually fine tune your recipes to. You can get a bit of meat, say the Angus or another bit of meat from somewhere else, and you go, okay, this is what. Look at it. You get it trimmed down. You have a look at it, and you go, well, this is what I'm going to need to do to it, for how long, and then what I'm going to cook it for. And once you get it done like that, bang, bob, chuck or fanny around, you basically season it, chuck it into your smoker, cook it for how long, and you have the best smoked meat you'll ever come across. Now I'm going to throw this in the smoker now. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll basically come back in about 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours, and we'll have a look at it, and we'll put the temperature gauge in then at that stage. Welcome back, everyone. And it's just hit, almost hit the 5 hour mark at 205. It's actually 206, 207 really, but and the temperature, I've noticed this one we set it at 9 o'clock in the morning at 205. That's when we put the meat in. Then it has dropped. The lowest temperature has been was 202, and the highest temperature I've seen it was 208. So it has fluctuated, but most of the time it's sat around the 205, 206 mark. So first of all, let's get this thermometer set up, and then I'm going to turn the meat over, and then we're going to turn the meat over, put the thermometer into it, and we'll go from there. So let's do a quick zoom in, so we can have a nice zoom in, so we can see what we can have a look at what we've got here. I'm going to let this sit for another 4 to 5 hours. Now, let's have a look at it, shall we? Oh, that looks absolutely beautiful. You can see how it's getting a nice crust. Still nice and soft, which is good. Let's turn her over. It's a little bit dry there, but when you turn it over, that dryness goes away. There's a bit of stuff here that's just going to basically, you don't really worry about that type of stuff. Now, let's get this thermometer. Now we want this in the thickest part of the meat. And it's still firm. Let's try. Yeah, that's really firm, even though we've got a nice crust on it. That's still really firm in there. But other than that, I'll just take the glove off. Other than that, you can look at it, it's quite nice. I'm going to say that's the fat part's missing down there. A little bit there, you don't have to worry about it. It's just, yeah, it's going to dry it anyway, just cut that off later. But everything, that looks really, really nice. So we're going to let that sit there now for another 5 hours. Well, 4 to 5 hours anyway. It should be ready, I'm hoping, by 6 o'clock. So the internal temperature of the food, you see on here, it's 150. Actually, this one probably wasn't. We haven't set it yet, have we? No. Yeah. It's 150. Anyway, we'll continue on doing this. I'll give this glove a quick wash. Season tastes nice, so I'll give it a quick wash, and yeah, I'll see you in another 4 or 5 hours, and that should be perfect. Okay, welcome back. Now, she's been in the smoker for 6 hours and 13 minutes. Now, what I'm going to do here, it's gone up to 151, the temperature. I'm going to wrap it in silver foil and put it back into the smoker and let it continue to smoke. The internal temperature started at 150, went to 151, then now it's on 152. I want to take it out when it's 195. That'd be perfect. So, further ado, we'll just take this out, drop this straight onto the silver foil, if we can. And we want this to continue cooking, but we want to cook it in the same juice. I think we've got enough flavour there as is, with the smoke wise. She's looking quite nice actually. So I'm going to just quickly wrap this up.
hopefully it will continue to cook like this in its own juices. I want it to be really, really tender. I think at least 8-hour cook or 10-hour cook to make it really tender. Now that's that done, that will go straight onto the smoker. Pretty much we don't need any smoke flavour anymore into that, and that's perfect. So now I'm going to let that sit wrapped in its own little cocoon of goodness. Keep an eye on the food temp. Back to 152, and I'll open up the thing just to let the smoke out basically, and let it sit here till 2, maybe 3 more hours at least. That'll be 8 hours. No, that'll be 9 hours. Yeah, 3 more hours will be 9 hours. Okay, well, we'll see you back in about 3 hours. Okay, welcome back. Now the time is 5:01 in the evening now. It's been sitting in the smoker for 8 hours. And there's the internal temp of 183. And the external temp is 209. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stop this and turn it all off and take the meat out. But leave it wrapped. We'll leave it in the silver foil for another half hour till the veggies are pretty much done. Half hour till now, so it can actually rest and allow that to basically soak the juices back in. So let's have a quick look at it. See all the juices there. I'll take this probe out. Wrap that back up. I'll get a towel for that. And we'll have a look at it when, we'll cover that over, get a towel for that, and we'll have a look at that when she's rested and all the veggies are done. Okay, welcome back. Now, we've just let this sit for about half an hour or so, well, just under half an hour, so we'll take it out, we'll unwrap it and see what juices there are, if we can use the juices in anything. Oh yeah, there's plenty of juices there. Now first of all, I'll take this meat out of here, and then we'll carve it up in a minute, but I've also got to be careful because I want to put some juices into the pan. So we can make a sort of gravy mixture or something like that to go with it. It's still nice and warm. Very nice and warm. Okay, so, oh wow. I can go down there. Oh, it does look beautiful. I'll get to that in a minute. Now, well, this that there is little gold. Now just throw that into the bag. Now
Well, that looks really, really nice. Probably could have cooked it. Yeah, still, some places it's soft, some places a bit hard still, but yeah, I'll learn how to get this done perfectly, but yeah, this is all the liquid that we've got from that. So what I'll do is I'll try to make a little gravy up with that later, and just thin it out a bit and make it up a little gravy. Now we've got to figure out how we want to carve this. The best way of actually carving this. She's definitely cooked all the way through it. Wow, carved really nicely. You can see the juices coming out still. So look at that. That does. Oh, look at that. That is still hot. Now, I could probably let it rest a bit longer, stuff like that, but well, definitely probably let it rest a bit longer. Has a nice flavour, a nice smoke ring in there. Yeah, I might go for lower temperature. That I said before, it's not as tender as I want it to be. Still a nice bark. The flavour's there. I could have probably left it in the smoker a bit longer. I don't know. That part there is really tender. Oh well. I'll continue on with what we're doing. I'll let that. Finger looking good. So I think it turned out okay actually. When all said and done, it looks good, smells good, tastes good. I've got to make it a bit more tender so I can get that, make it a bit more fall apart in your mouth. As you start, I've got to learn how to do that. That's all it comes down to, learning. Anyway, the veggies are getting done. I'm going to keep carving this up for me and Mum and give some to some other people and see if they like it as well. I'm going to try and make a gravy mixer there to put anything into that. Anyway, my name's Wilfred West from Locksport, Victoria, Australia, signing off. Thank you again for watching my videos, and all comments are welcome. You all have a great day now.